let's talk about Mother's Day in Gorl world. First, we have Quirkyloverosee. She decides she's going to make homemade bread for her mom for Mother's Day. Okay, and if you know Rosie, you know she does not stand up to cook or really do anything at all. So she's scooting around her kitchen on her office chair, as I'm sitting in one right now. But anyways, she has an electric stove, okay? She puts the flour on the electric stove and uses it like it's a countertop. I've never seen such a thing. I mean, I've always had a gas stove, but still, I've never seen anyone... I mean, maybe if you put the cutting board or something over the stove, but no, she put it right on the stove, and she's using the stove as if it's a countertop. That threw me off. I don't know. But then, and then she shows us she bought her mom this cheap metal sign with a dragonfly on it or something. But I can kind of understand that because her mom does have to travel back to Norway. But Rosie had to make certain to tell the chat that she doesn't have much disposable income. If you know anything about Rosie, she likes to insert these small hints. Hint, I don't have much money, hint, send me some money. That's Rosie. And she drew her mom a card, made her mom a hand-drawn card. I guess it was a sweet gesture, but it looked like it was made by a 3-year-old. I mean, come on, Rosie, you obviously ordered the sign. You couldn't order a greeting card, too, for Mother's Day? But, whatever. So then Rosie starts going into, it looks as if she's going to cry. And she starts talking about how she's just been struggling with such chronic fatigue lately. Part of Rosie's problem, why she's so fatigued, is because she does nothing. She will openly tell you she does nothing. I mean, let's start by standing up when we're cooking and washing our dishes. Even that small step would make a huge difference in how you feel. I know it would be hard at her weight, I understand, but put the chair there for when you need to sit down and take a break. And then get back up and continue on what you're doing. You know? And she makes sure to tell us that she cannot afford a doctor right now. Now, there is nothing. Apparently she had a job, and she lost this job in 2024, and she has not had medical insurance since. And she claims that she was denied Medicaid. Of course she was. That she applied while she was working. There is nothing stopping lazy Rosie from applying for Medicaid. I mean, let's be honest, I don't know, here in Illinois, we can get right online and apply for it. You don't even have to go directly to the office. You can even have a phone interview. You can do everything online and over the phone. So what is stopping her? She claims she has all these chronic illnesses and all these health problems. But she doesn't want to do anything about it and apply for Medicaid at least. Come on. And then we see she is so rude to her mother. The bread is done by this point, the homemade bread. And her mom is starting to tell a story about, a childhood memory with bread. And Rosie cuts her off to answer the chat. Oh, yes, crystals come in this and chakras and whatever she was saying. Just cut her mother right straight off to talk about this. To talk about herself and her crystals again on Mother's Day. And then she decides she's going to make a sandwich. And again, she's making the sandwich right on the stovetop. And here's what really killed me. After she had floured and rolled out this bread on top of the stove and everything, as she's wiping the stove, she is just brushing it all onto the floor. Onto the floor. And then she picked up something and showed us. It looked like it might have been those little drink packets that you add to the bottled water. Like the top of that fell off onto the floor. She doesn't pick it up. So we have all these breadcrumbs and all this flour all over the floor now. And we all know damn well that Rosie wasn't going to get up out that chair and sweep the floor. Can you imagine what that floor looks like? So that's Rosie's Mother's Day. Now let's talk about Foodie Beauty's Mother's Day. Her Mother's Day was the next day. It wasn't actually Sunday. It was Monday. And I guess her mother came over. And Foodie makes sure to tell us that she usually likes to take her mom out to dinner or lunch or dinner, whatever. But she decided just to get the stuff to make this time. And it actually ended up costing her a lot more to buy all these ingredients. But she figured that way there'd be plenty of leftovers. Now, she goes on to say that one of her mom's favorite meals is cold sandwiches. I'm sorry, but in my 48 years, I have never once heard anybody, hey, what's your favorite meal? Cold sandwiches. Never have I heard that. So Foodie takes a picture of the spread she put out for her mom, and her sister came along too. Foodie's sister, I believe. Not the mom's sister. Foodie's sister. She's got some lunch meat, some cheese, looks like some Baby Bell cheese, a Tupperware bowl full of potato chips. There's 2 different kinds. And she's got these condiments sitting out, and amongst them is mayo. I would be terrified. I don't like mayo, but I'd be terrified to touch it because Foodie has been known to leave her condiments out for days at a time. So, and then she decides, after they ate the cold sandwiches, Foodie's sister has just recently moved into a new apartment, so she let her sister take home the leftovers because she probably needs them. So instead of giving her sister a housewarming gift, she gives her some leftovers. Way to go, Foodie. Way to go. You who was just on here the other day, screaming and hollering at Shani, talking about how you do everything to help people. You gave some leftovers. Couldn't even be bothered to give her a housewarming gift. Just some leftovers. And then Foodie, oh, it was so generous. Foodie let her mom take home the rest of the cake. The rest of the Mother's Day cake. And as far as I know, that's all that Foodie got her mother, was made her sandwiches and let her take home this leftover cake. Then we see Foodie. She has gotten to such the point, another one will not stand up while she is in her kitchen, rolls around on her chair. She's now gotten to the point she won't even stand to turn the kitchen sink on. She's using like a spatula or something to reach the handles to turn the water on. She's actually gotten to that point. And Salah was actually in her chat the other day and said, it appears that he's just about fed up with her. He said if she doesn't start working on this stamina, there won't be no vacation. So supposedly today, this whole health arc and the stamina bees, as she calls it, was supposed to begin. We'll see. We'll see if any of that has actually taken place. I doubt it. And we haven't heard from Amberlynn what she did with her Mother's Day, so that's a mystery because we all know about Amberlynn. Nobody's really seen much of her since she's gotten herself demonetized again. And there's a lot of speculation that with Amberlynn, it's a permanent ban on YT because she was technically ban evading. She was demonetized on her channel, and then we all know how she went to the LCU, and she was continuing to earn money, which was a no-no because she was technically not to be making any money off of YT. So they even removed the Lol Cow episodes from YT, and the heroes actually even got demonetized. I haven't been keeping up with Thick Gemini and Christina because I could not stand Christina. I tried to watch something on YT by somebody put out where they apparently have some leaked VC calls involving Amber, but I couldn't even listen to it because Christina could not use an inside voice to talk. This girl has got to scream. But it would have been interesting to see what Amber did with Mama Lynn. Even though she is demonetized, don't you think that she should be even, put out a 5-10 minute little video? You don't got to edit or none of, just do like I do, just talk and just go. Because, I will eventually learn how to edit and do all of that, though, and drop in clips for y'all, and I will learn how to do that eventually. But I mean, she should be wanting to keep her fans until she decides what she's going to do. So anyways, there's a quick little recap of Mother's Day in Gorl World. We didn't hear from Anna from Glitter and Lasers either, so I'm not sure. She's barely been putting out anything, so I don't know. So, let me know, how was your Mother's Day? What did you do for Mother's Day? What do you think about the girls and their Mother's Day? Let me know. Until next time.